We see physical bullying, pushing each other and stuff like that. Yeah.
To me, yeah, but sometimes it's mostly a lot of stuff that's been happening on Facebook, and then they do it at school. So like they do it on Facebook, and then they make fun of you at school, take pictures, put them on Facebook, take videos, put them on Facebook, or sometimes it's even like people would make fun of other people's religions, and if they're fat or skinny or white or black, they just make fun of them in front of other people, and a lot of people get hurt emotionally. And it's sometimes on websites, texting, like rumors go around really fast now, and a lot of people can't do anything about it. Like they tell teachers, but people wouldn't stop. Honestly, I'd have to say that teachers don't do a lot, because like they'd help you and they'd tell the person to stop, but the thing is that if you tell somebody to stop, they would make it even worse, and they'd make fun of you and call you a snitch, and it makes it even worse. So sometimes a lot of people say it's better not to just tell the teacher or anybody.
Yeah, and sometimes the teachers just like, if you get bullied like so many times, like example, in the first time they'll be like just tell the person to stop, but then like if it's going on and on, just be like, just ignore them. Sometimes they just say that.
Okay, yeah, well, sometimes like teachers do step in, but students, it's mostly you, because you have to be confident in yourself, and you just tell the person like stop it. And when the person like they see, like first thing they'd see, if you're weak, they'd like make it worse. But then if you have like a strong personality, they'd say, like whatever, like they'll just like stay away because they'll get afraid of it. And if you don't, maybe a teacher can help you and say, you know what, you have to tell the person to stop, and you have to do it, because it's a lot better if you do it than a teacher does it, or a mom or a dad. Like my teacher, sometimes when he'd be talking about something, he'd make sure to include everything, like religions, black or white, or like countries, and he doesn't like focus on one thing. So like for everyone, so it would be fair, and so people would like learn from it. Yeah, and usually I just go in the hall and just high five random people, like they start smiling at you after. Yeah, smile or high five. For like if somebody drops something, you just help them pick it up. And yeah.
They should like make a group or an organization, like to increase their self-confidence. Yeah.
All right.
That's all. Thank you.
It's nothing I don't know. It's all small things.
Yeah.
It's not like noticeable big things. Like when people are bullying, it's hard for teachers to notice sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's obvious, but sometimes it's very small, just like a little like eraser throwing, or just like saying something mean, like a rude comment here and there.
Yeah.
It's hard to notice.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ethan, and I am hearing impaired. I have had, throughout my whole school career, I've always had a teacher for the deaf who's talked to me about my hearing impairment, made sure I have everything I need.
In terms of Canadian history, I have to say it's largely focused on white people. It could be more diverse in terms of native rights, native problems, and as well as even things like the Underground Railroad, which was a big part of Canada because many slaves came to Canada to be free. So yeah, it's a good representation, but it could be more diverse. If I had one thing I could tell the staff that to improve on, it would probably be I'm not really sure. Just we should have more diverse teachers. Equality to me means a school where everyone can go and they don't feel excluded by others, where they feel that they have the same rights as other students, and they they want to go. I mean, school, it's not the most fun place to be, but it can certainly be made a lot better if everyone feels equal.
There's only 2 handicapped entrances in the whole school, and there's 13 entrances, and only 2 of them are handicapped accessible. So staff should be retrained to be more sensitive towards some certain students' needs, such as GSA. GSA is Gay Straight Alliance, so it's basically everyone who supports that homosexuality and whatnot. Other than our video being shut down, also what happened is they wanted to do a show portraying drag, but that was shot down because of unknown reasons. And it just seems like anything that we want to do that shows whatever, we can't. Yeah. Because I think it needs to be more evident. And not just the stereotypes of, but actually showing.
So I'm Dante, and I'm a transgendered person. I'm female to male, so I identify as male, but my body thinks that it's female. It's just wrong. And the school has one unisex washroom. It's at the front of the school, so I have to walk all the way there when I have to use it. And sometimes that's just a huge hassle, but at least it's there, and that's a good thing. But other schools don't have that, and I thought that would be great if everyone did. Okay, so I'm Hillary. I'm a bisexual female, and the GSA at this school does not have a staff advisor or currently a place to meet. The vice principal has to regulate it because there have been some issues. Last year we couldn't do a number of things we wanted to do because we couldn't get them approved by the principal, and she wouldn't send them. Oh, I don't want to say that. Okay. And some of our proposals wouldn't get sent to the board. Currently there's not really a GSA because to have a club you need a staff advisor and a place to meet. The GSA currently has neither, and the vice principal has to act as that staff advisor. Sometimes they'll do something about an issue, like if it's regarding the girl who was discriminating against you, but sometimes they just kind of brush it off if it's something they're not comfortable dealing with. Something else about the staff is that sometimes they'll sort of try to work around people who have homophobic or transphobic views instead of dealing with them. Just try to work around them, and we get the crap deal out of that. Well, the issue I'm kind of talking about is I wanted to use a men's washroom because I personally am comfortable with that, but I was told I can't because that would make other people in the school uncomfortable. I kind of empathize with that, but not really. I feel like if maybe we told the staff that, if they were uncomfortable with something, maybe a different staff member could deal with it. Like, if it's something that they aren't comfortable with and they don't want to deal with it, instead of just brushing it off, they could maybe hand it over to a different staff member so the issue does get dealt with, not just, shoved under some other stuff.
I think, equality, we need equality. A lot of schools claim they're, extremely equal, but we are, but we're not at the same time, because there's a lot of bullying going on, and it just needs to be fixed. Because for people to feel safe, they need to be safe. And if they're not safe, then that's just not okay. Bullying wise, they need to be more aware. Like if there's something going on in the hallway, you can't just brush it off. Like if somebody's saying, oh, you're so gay, that's not all right. Because it's not to be used as an insult. It's a sexual orientation, and it can be offensive to other people around, especially people who are in the closet or who have not come out yet. That can be triggering for them not to come out because they're afraid that they'll be made fun of for it. Or other people, just like harmless punches or something like that can turn into other things. Like teachers may say, oh, well, they're just friends having a good time, but like that's not always the case. It could be something more than that, and teachers just need to be more aware and more into it, and they just can't brush things off easily like that. Like they need to speak up. Well, clubs are good. I mean, it gives people a place to go and like other people to hang out with, and like if it's a club specific to a certain group of people, that gives people that are interested in the same things to hang out with, so they're not like, I don't know. I don't like being the odd one out is not a bad thing, but sometimes people may think it could be. So I mean, having a group of people that is similar to you or likes the same things as you, that can be a confidence builder to know that you're like not the only one or something like that. No, I think that's about it. Just, be yourself. Don't let people push you down.
Okay. Hi, my name is Noor Hassoune, and I was born in Jordan. So I am the president of the Multicultural Club here in LCVI, and it's basically a group of students that get together at lunchtime once a week or twice sometimes to organize events for our diverse students, our multicultural students that come from around the world. The events we organize, the events we have, is just basically celebrations for religious celebration or cultural celebration that makes students feel, I don't know, comfortable being at LCVI. To have more international students, to have ESL classes as well, so we could have many students from around the world. That would be good. Well, it's because it makes international students, so students not from Canada, feels comfortable when they're being at school, not strange. Yeah.